How's it going, everybody? How's everybody been? Happy Tuesday. How's everybody been? It's Tuesday. What should be my niche? Did it come? Did it change on the title? What should be my niche on YouTube? I know this channel says Chef Legal Latino, but I don't know. Should I stick to the politics? Should I? Nah, I don't want to. I'll make fun of the politics. How about making fun of the politics? I think that would be a better making fun of politics. I don't want to get too deep into like Q or whatever Fox News CNN is reporting. That's that's something I don't feel like getting involved in. Cooking, I got the cooking, but it's just a whole cleanup. When I do the cooking show, there's a lot of like dirty dishes, and it just takes it takes a lot of production into making a cooking show. It's a lot of production, like behind the scenes. It's not just cooking. Like trying to get the camera at the right angle, but I'll still do those, of course. Cannabis. Thought about cannabis. Politics seems to be the one that everybody wants to hear about. The one that everybody wants to watch. Like who's gonna run for 2020? See, I'm getting back into the politics. I'm trying to find a different niche here. I'm trying to see where else I could talk about. Cannabis, the legalization of it, how wonderful it is, how it's a medicine. Everybody's addicted to these crazy drugs, heroin, crack. But have you ever thought about cannabis being like an exit drug? Instead of getting drunk or high on cocaine or heroin. I've never tried those stuff. The most you can say is cannabis, marijuana, weed, whatever you want to call it, is the craziest I've done. Not even X, none of that stuff. I've done Adderall. I've taken Adderall for my finals last year. I tried these things out, like cannabis. I tried it out 3 years ago. It's not like I was doing it when I was like 18, 17. That I don't recommend younger people, unless it's for medicinal purposes. But if you're fine, but then again, how many kids are fine nowadays? A lot of kids on Adderall. I don't know. How do you think I was able to get Adderall? Because I knew a friend. I knew 3 friends in college that were on it, so they had extra pills. Hey, you take this to help you with your exams. Like this kid never studied, popped in an Addy, took the exam, and I remember taking the Adderall. I took an Adderall for a chemistry exam. What was it? It was for a midterm. Was it for? Yes, it was for a midterm. I took an Adderall for a midterm and I flunked. My first exam, I got a 33. With the Adderall, I got like a 51. It was an improvement, but I was very, very nervous. I was very scared. Like I could even cheat. Like I could even look over because I was very paranoid. So for the final exam, I didn't take Addies. I did try for midterms. Did I think I'm lying. I'm sorry, folks. I did try for, I think it was twice. It was once or twice. I think it was twice. Because the first one was free. The second one I remember paying $10. Anyways, it helped me during my finals. Um I remember chemistry. I was flunking so bad in chemistry. I got like I said, a 33 on my first exam. Then I got a 51. So everybody was doing bad. So the last exam was double or nothing. So the last exam will count as 2 grades. So I studied my ass off for that final. I remember being in the library for 3 days in a row. I stood a weekend at the library. I slept there. I had my cannabis with me. I'd go outside, smoke, go back and study. Helped me sleep also. But I was able to sleep. and take quick power naps and then just wake up and study again. But it gets so you see how it helps you out. It's not for everybody. CBD is the medicinal part of the cannabis plant. CBD cannabinoids. Then you have the THC, which is in marijuana, which gives you the high feeling THC. It hits your CB1. I haven't done this in a while, but I think it hits your CB1 receptor. Hits your CB1 receptors. What am I talking about? I could show you guys. I could show you on the computer what we're talking about. See, I don't have to look like a fool. Oh. All right, let me show you guys real quick. So if let's see what kind of niche I go with. Cannabis has a lot of medicinal benefits, like anxiety. Like if you don't like being around people, like cannabis. Let's go. Cannabis CB1 receptors. In the endocannabinoids binding and cannabinoid receptors. Oh, see, these are some studies. These great. Look how scientific this beautiful plant is. The cannabinoid CB1 and CB2 receptors are class A G protein coupled receptors, GPCRs, while many class A GPCRs have endogenous ligands and they are hydrophilic cations, e.g., the serotonin and dopamine receptors. The cannabinoid receptors have neuro highly lipophilic ligands derived from the fatty acids arachidonic acid. The most well-studied of these N-arachidinolatolamine. There are the N-arachidinolatolamine adenines, AEA, and the SN2 arachidinoglycerol 2AG. This review focuses on the experimental and computational studies that have been used to probe the nature of endocannabinoids, interaction with the cannabinoid receptors. These studies have included mutations SAR and NMR studies, as well as QSAR, docking, and molecular dynamics simulations. Okay, before you guys get lost, because I know what's totally going on here, let me show you some pictures. I don't want people to lose focus here. So we have the human endocannabinoid system, the lock and key. CBD is the key to your happiness, to your freedom, to your pain relief. Hey, get the hell out of here. CBDN is known to fit like lock and key into the network of existing receptors. The endocannabinoid system exists to receive cannabinoids produced inside the body called anandamines, and with two arocannabinosidral, I'm gonna get this, simulating and the ES and the ECS with plant-based cannabinoids restores balance. I gotta make this bigger. I'm getting blind already. Let's make this bigger for the people. All right. You folks can see now? Here we go. Yep, that's why we have cannabinoid receptors. Why do we have an endocannabinoid system in our body? I mean, we're supposed to have weed. Like this is what's missing in our bodies. Like I'm very depressed without it. I'll be honest with you guys. Last month I was very depressed because I couldn't. I was away from my. People. Oh, you're so dependent on it. It's not that being dependent on it. Everybody has a vice. Even if you don't smoke, most likely you probably drink alcohol and smoke cigarettes. Those are the people that are always very judgmental of cannabis. Oh, I smoke and drink, but cannabis is bad. Ah. I don't like cigarettes. I don't. I try not to drink, but when I was away from cannabis, I was drinking again, and I didn't like that. I gained some weight with the alcohol, got me, all messed up again. So it's not good. Alcohol is poison. It's literally drinking poison. So cannabis it's like aromatherapy in your body. Now, if you have some good homegrown, it's even better. CB1 receptors are concentrated in the brain and the central nervous system, but also sparsely populate other parts of the human body. So CB1. So when you're smoking that Kush, the high in THC, that's when you get the high feeling in your brain, that high sensation. You're like, whoa, man, I'm in the zone, man. Whoa. So depending on high in the THC goes to the CB1, as you can see here. It goes straight to the brain. So sometimes, you can focus or you can't, depending what strain you're smoking or. Okay, this is better. Look at that. Get out of here. I don't want your free trial. So here we have the CB1 receptor right there in the brain, folks. Boom, their spine. Boom, 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 boom. Even on your cock. So you want to have good sex, smoke some of that weed. See right there. Bam. Boom, hits your points. Bam, bam. So this is your right, right? And this is your left. So sometimes you get a tingly. When you smoke that good shit, you're going to feel it here and here. I do feel it here and here. That makes sense now. Now the CB2 receptor. Yo, get out of here. See, here we have the cannabinoid receptors in our bodies, folks. The neurotransmitter. Yo, get out of here. How you get this out of here? So here we got the receptors and the neurotransmitters sending neurons and the cannabinoid receptors. When you smoke, when you take it sublingually on your food, boom, 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 it's feeding it. So your CB2 receptors are mostly in the peripheral organs, especially cells associated with the immune system. See, with your immune system, like your kidneys, your lungs, especially your kidneys, your liver. So people that have fibromyalgia will benefit greatly from CBD cannabis. One of my favorite websites. One of my favorite websites is Leafly. Very educational. Very educational channel. You guys want to check out the strains? Yes. Ooh, they do a lot of things now. Pain relieving cannabis. Blue Dream. I've actually had the pleasure of having Blue Dream once in my life. It's very beautiful. I think I was very happy with that one. I had it once. Blue Dream, Sour D's of New York City, of course. I had Green Crack. OG Kush is one. These are some of my favorites actually. Girl Scout cookie. I've only had this once in my life, and man, this is perhaps my favorite of all time. GSC, formerly known as Girl Scout cookie, is an OG Kush and Durban poison. Yep, I knew it. Durban poison actually helps you lose weight. Oh, Girl Scout cookie was one of those strains that I had when I was losing weight. It had me focused in the gym, relaxed, and excited. This is a beautiful strain. Actually, Girl Scout cookie. I really want to grow this one. Blue Dream oil. Blue Dream. I only had it once, but this one is my favorite actually. Girl Scout cookie. This is the one right here. Oh man. Oh, this was I had this one on April. See, I remember when I had this one. I used to ride my bike when I was losing weight. I ride my bike, fucking go to the like a beat bullshit mountain in the Bronx and just like sit down, smoke my Girl Scout, and just like, what am I gonna do with my life type stuff. But after a workout, before a workout, this was my favorite. And Durban Poison helps you lose weight. I had Durban Poison before. Green Crack. This is decent. I had this one here in Texas. That's the last strain I had that was pretty good before I started taking some bad stuff. Green Crack is a popular sativa strain that promotes energy, focus, and mental stimulation. That is true. Let me go back to Blue Dream. Blue Dream is originating in California, has achieved legendary status among West Coast strains. Blue Dream. I think I had the vape of this too. OG Kush is my another favorite one. It was cultivated in Florida. So OG Kush is in Florida. Wow. In the early 90s, when Emerald Triangle from the Northern Californian was crossed with a Hindu Kush plant from Amsterdam. This is a see, folks. There's a lot of science behind cannabis. It's not, oh, you're smoking weed. It's a beautiful thing. Look what these plants do. Relaxed, happy, euphoric, uplifted, sleepy. Who doesn't want to feel all these five? I love feeling relaxed. I love being happy. Man, when I smoke a strain and I feel euphoric, woo, and uplifted, and after you have all those great feelings, guess what? You're gonna sleep like a baby, sleep like an angel. Tell me that's not beautiful right there, folks. Tell me that's not beautiful stuff right there. You smoke a great strain, and as soon as you exhale, man, you're relaxed, you're happy. What bills? What bills are you? I was worried about the rent last week, and I overpaid for some, for some good lemon. This is the one I have right now. Let me see. I think this. I believe it because I overpaid and it's pretty good. It's a lemon OG. Is it lemon OG? Is there a lemon OG Kush? I think it's this one. Let me see the picture. Where's the picture, guy? Flowering 7 to 9 weeks. Where's the picture, guy? I want to see the picture. Oh yeah, I think this is the one. Yep, this is the one. Yeah, this looks like the one. Oh, look, you could glow it out of solo cups. That's cool. Temperature. So yeah, folks, see, you can grow this out of a solo cup. Look at this. How is this harmful? Why is this harmful? If you can grow it, I can grow it. Like, why anybody can do this? Like, once you learn the technique, it's not like oh, let me just put seeds in water and boom, it's gonna grow. No, it takes a lot of science. You see the guys, I'm taking the temperature 41 degrees Celsius. I'm assuming. So you got to make sure it has the right lighting, the right temperature. It's a lot of science into this. And when I was taking chemistry, I actually did write my paper on cannabis. As a matter of fact, I wonder if I still have it. Folks, just so you know that I'm not bullshitting you guys. I keeps it real. Um, I think I do have my. I did do my Is it Google Docs? No, it's not Google Docs. I think I do have it in Google Docs, folks. I'll show it to you guys. So you guys don't think I'm lying. Boom, found it. Let me see. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Hold up. Bam. Now don't kill me on my grammar, folks. I'm not the best. I've been out of school for 10 years, so cannabinoids, the chemistry of cannabis. Robert Herrera. Look, 11, 16, 17. I think I got like a 90 on this one. Besides my grammar, it was, you know. The objective of this research is to explain the medicinal benefits and the critical compounds of the controversial plant called cannabis sativa. The first cannabinoid receptors were discovered in the 1980s, with the human brain having more cannabinoid receptors than any other G protein coupled receptor. The two principal cannabinoids are THC and CBD that offer many therapeutic benefits when it binds to our endocannabinoid system. Several studies shows no, several studies have implicated the CB1 and CB2 receptors are for the maintenance, see right there, for the maintenance of the homeostasis and the health and disease. Oh, damn. There's so much chemistry involved in this plant. What does the future hold for the further research and controversial plant with so many medicinal purposes and alignments and ailments, but few studies? So I did get a 90, folks. I did pass chemistry. So, college, I was victim. ESL, English is my second language. That got me by. So, for you grammar Nazis out there, I mean, what can I do? All right, let me see. Let me see. Modern research has reinforced the full range of medicinal benefits for cannabis. How many pages I wrote? See, I even cited my studies. How many pages was this? It's a lot of pages. It was like 8, 9 pages I had to do. I remember I did a presentation also. I did a presentation also on that. See, I wasn't lying. I did papers on cannabis. I was getting my Jewish professors woke on the cannabis. Damn, look at all these papers I wrote. They weren't the best. They weren't the best papers I wrote. Oof. The grammar, I admit it. My grammar's not. But hey, man, I graduated. Shit, that's all that matters. ESL, baby, ESL. I'll pull the ESL card any day. Actually, in one of my other classes, I did pay to get a paper done. It was done last minute. I think I paid $300 for a paper done last minute. I got an A on it. I mean, I even tipped. 13 best strains for parties. Look at this. Now let me show you guys for weight loss. Let's not waste time on parties. Pineapple Jack, Double OG, the Green Goddess. I know I've had Durban poison for weight loss. Durban poison is awesome for weight loss. It does take your appetite. Well, last time I checked was 2 years ago. Only four strains had I forgot the name of the. I think somebody said it in the chat. Limonene, humulene for weight loss. Let me see. It's a can. I think it's CBDN. One of those cannabinoids is the one for weight loss. Medical. Dry mouth. Yeah. Look, it's easy to grow. Wow. 7 to 9 weeks. The pure sativa originates from South African port of Durban. It has gained popularity worldwide for its sweet smell, energetic, uplifting effects. Durban Poison is the perfect strain to help you stay productive through a busy day. Yep. Oh man, I was going to the gym with this one. I remember this one. Had a good ounce of this one. I think I paid like 300. I think I paid like 300, 340 for an ounce of this, but it was well worth it. Well worth it. Oh man. In New York, you get some of the best strains in New York, and it's illegal over there. Where's the weight loss part? I remember reading in here about weight loss. Look at this. I was gonna. Damn, I should have jumped on this. Smoking weed every day helped me lose over 100 pounds. Here's how. See, not all strains of marijuana will suppress appetite, so choosing the right strain is very important. Different marijuana strains have shown to reduce appetite and help you be more alert and active. Sativa strains of marijuana are known to bring more focus and energy. That's it right there. So if you're gonna smoke sativas, know that you're gonna be going to the gym more. It's gonna help you with the gym. Um, there we go. You see, popular sativa strains: Girl Scout cookies, green crack, and sour diesel. That's the ones I was having in New York City, and I was good with the gym. Some other ones really make you lazy. Sour diesel. The thing is, sour diesel gets a bad rap in New York because there's so much of it. Everybody calls it sour diesel. So you could be smoking some bad stuff, and they'll call it sour diesel. Oh, you got the diesel, you got the sour. So sometimes you're not really smoking sour diesel. I think I've had bad experience with sour diesel. That's I'm a little biased, but I think if I have the real sour diesel, I'll change my mind about it. I think that's my opinion because I had bad sour diesel. Maybe it's like some Reggie. Somebody said, "Hey, this is that sour." I remember I fired one of my florists. I called him florist because he sold me some really bad shit. I remember overpaying for it too. I didn't have enough money. I had like $40. I think he'll hook me up because I always came through. I always buy about the ounce. You can't buy it, 40 here, 40. Nah, man, just buy the ounce. The best one I've had was this female, in Queens. I used to drive to her, and she always had different strains. Man, she had different strains all the time, straight from Cali. Different. That's why I was able to have like Blue Dream. and she always told me the name of the strain, and I was able to know what it was, and I like knowing the name of the strain so I can know how it makes me feel. That's why I know how Girl Scout cookie makes me feel. That's why I know how sour diesel makes me feel. That's why I know how Durban poison makes me feel. Every strain will make you feel different. And you will remember that. It's not like alcohol. I'll drink beer, I'm gonna get drunk. I drink wine, I'll be drunk. Everything is kush. Yeah, I'd say everything is kush too. So cannabinoids are chemical compounds. So cannabinoids are chemical compounds that make up cannabis. The two main components are THC and CBD. Tetrahydrocannabinoid (THC) is the component of the plant that makes you high. Cannabidiol (CBD), on the other hand, has the medical benefits that include pain relief and helps you with weight loss. Tetrahydrocannabinol (THCV), that's the one. THCV is another cannabinoid, and in certain strains will help you suppress your appetite. It is also believed that high levels of THCV causes changes in the gut microbiome that helps improve digestion. So THCV, that is the one. High in THCV, like Durban poison. So damn, this lady did. Oh man. So she did what I did. Let me show you guys. I should have. Oh, I should have done this first. Marijuana for before exercise. If you're using the right strain of marijuana, as I pointed out, it can help you energy. This is like I fucking wrote this. It also can help you with your metabolism. It means that consuming marijuana before you work out may help you achieve your fitness goals faster. I personally found that I lasted longer during my. I fucking. I was more focused in the zone. I'm not gonna read this anymore because I could tell you this of my experience. See, but I just want to show you that I did 10 days of juicing with a juicer, and I did something similar to this. I would pre-pack fruits and stuff, so I would get really hungry and high, and I'll just eat. I'll drink a shake from the NutriBullet. You know what? I'm gonna make my own on my own website. The hell with this shit. See, I gotta do my own content. So what I did was I would get organic fruits and vegetables because I'm allergic to fruits and vegetables, and I would just get high and work out a lot. I was in the gym. I would be at the gym a lot because I had to be. I was just working out and going, and I was eating right. Eating. I think the most difficult part about losing weight will be the eating. That is the most difficult part. Like me, I love my rice. I love my beans, my bread. Oh, but the eating, like water. Right now, I'm doing the whole gallon a day stuff. Drinking water, cleans you out. Dry mouth. It's good to have dry mouth. So that's when cannabis helps out. Also, you stay hydrated. So we're trying to figure out what's going to be my niche: cannabis, weight loss. What was the other? Politics. Somebody took this name already. Politics. So I was gonna have like a politics show. Somebody took it already, so I'm not gonna repeat something that somebody else is doing. I like to come up with different things. Somebody takes it, you know what, you took it, whatever. I'll come up with something else. I'll be creative somewhere else. So now with the weight loss, I'm gonna do the weight loss again. I've gained some weight. I really have, and I feel doing these videos is gonna. I don't want to look stupid in front of you guys. Oh, you said you were going to the gym. You said you were going to do this, and you didn't do it on January 15, 2019 at 1:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You said that you're going to lose weight, and you haven't. More protein intake than carbs, and everything else will help you lose weight. The carbs is the hardest part. Right now, I stopped eating rice and I'm doing wheat bread, and I'm eating a lot of plantains now to substitute for the rice because I have to have carbs. Sweet, I love sweets, so I started eating like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You know, it's like that dessert craving. So you get the proteins from the peanut butter and the jelly, the preserves or whatever. Slowly, gradually, folks. It's like a pipe. You know, you don't want to put too much pressure on the pipe. It'll just explode. So you just gotta take it easy. So Chef Legal Latino, the cooking, I'll do the cooking here and there. It's just like I said earlier. There's a lot of production value that takes into a cooking video. Gotta wash dishes, dirty the dishes. Gotta wash them again. Gotta go shopping. Gotta more trash. But I'll do them. I just gotta come up with newer content. I think the transgender chicken is getting kind of. If you're looking for inspiration to help your with your niche, I know this great guy who's big on the MAGA movement. He's doing great. His name is Joey. That idiot, right? He says that I'm making it personal. No, you're creating content. Other people are making fun of you, so I just can't let other people make fun of him. I gotta make fun of him too, and I gotta be the first one to make fun of him. Everybody else is making fun of him. I just want to be able to make it. I want first dibs on making fun of him. You know, so people are making songs. It's funny, man. It's just, but I want to get my punches in there too. When it comes to the dietary part of losing weight, what about gaming? Gaming, I've been doing a lot of gaming. I'm trying to do the Twitch stuff. I don't know how to do that. On my PS4, I gotta buy I think a PlayStation 4 camera. So and I skip breakfast. Make sure I go 6 days a week. Skipping breakfast, I'm not the type to eat in the morning. I wake up. You know why? Is because I eat late at night. Before I go to sleep, I make sure I eat and I go straight to sleep. And that's been my mistake. And that's why I've been waking up very groggy, very. I gotta stop eating late at night. I'm gonna work on that this week because when I wake up, I just can't. I don't have that energy to get up and go to the gym. That is my issue in the morning. Just waking up to go to the gym. That is my weakness right now. And I used to be good at it. You guys, I'm doing live streams at 4:20 a.m. So I'm gonna start waking up earlier now. Last night I fell asleep during Nightwave. I was watching it. I fell asleep. I was on live stream with Bob also, and I fell asleep on everybody. I think it was 11 o'clock. I gotta stop drinking. I work on that this week. It's you can't just be like today's the day I'm gonna stop drinking. It takes time. It takes time. What about name the Jew? Like you walk around and point Jews. What's your name? I just think of booze as empty calories. Like I said in December, I didn't have my cannabis because I got a bad batch and it wasn't doing good for me for my health and I was scared of it. So then I started doing red wine and then wine turned to beer. What is it? Beer before wine before beer, you're in the clear, something like that. Wine before beer, you're in the clear. I used to be good at drinking. I did a beer-a-thon in New York City 2 years in a row. A beer-a-thon where you go to 26 bars in New York City. I paid it was $60 cover, and you get a badge, and you go to 26 different bars. It's a bar club, a beer-a-thon. 26 different bars in 10 hours or something like that. So I did it 2 years in a row. I remember completing them both years on my own. The guy that I did it with the first year, we did it complete. The second year, he couldn't make it. Beer before liquor, never sicker. It's liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Oh. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. So yeah, man, those were like when I was younger, and alcohol it sucks. It really sucks. You lose your judgment. At least cannabis. With cannabis, you just chill the fuck out. You're like, oh man, you know. When you drink alcohol, you think you're driving. You're fat. You're like Vin Diesel, and Fast and the Furious. You think you're Paul Walker, and that song starts playing from Wiz Khalifa. You know, oh, and you're fucking driving fast. You know, you think you're Fast and the Furious 7 or 8. Yeah, what's that song called? Hold on, I gotta do this now. So you think you're oh, this one. So when you're on alcohol, you just think you're like Superman. And I see a lot of live streams on with people. And I used to do it. I admit it, but not to the point where you can't say certain words. It's been a long day without Jews, my friends, and I'll tell you about it when I see you again. We come a long way from where we began, and they'll tell you about it after the Holocaust ends. You know about the gas chambers that we had, good things we've been through that been standing right there talking to you. I'm not on a freestyle right now. I did it yesterday, actually. I was doing that whole freestyle stuff yesterday. It was fun. I like this channel, Sing to the Piano. It gives me the lyrics and the piano and beats. I like that. I'll probably do it on another stream. But right now, let's stick to the topic, folks. Let's stick to the niche. Are you in California? Hell no, I'm not in California. Ooh, because you could drive around and make fun of junkies and bumps. I did that last summer. I actually drove by was that Skid Row? That Skid Row place. Um very, very, very ghetto. I am in Texas and I will forever be in Texas, I guess. And so even I've been to Oakland. Oakland, oh man, so ghetto up there. The black people up there kind of scary, not gonna lie. You think the black people in New York are scary? Nah, the Oakland ones, oh man. California has some crazy demographics, I'll tell you that much. In Texas, like New York, people pretty much keep to themselves. The thing about New York is it is a melting pot. It's a lot of cultures, a lot of races. You're gonna bump into a Muslim every day in New York. You're gonna bump into a Jew in New York, of course, every day. If you have a job, you're gonna bump into a Jew. They're your bosses. You're gonna bump into a black. You're gonna bump into a white. You're gonna bump into a Hispanic. You're gonna bump into an Asian. You're gonna bump into everybody. You're gonna bump into a gay, a transvestite, a feminist, a Republican, a conservative, a Democrat. You're gonna bump into all these people in one day in New York City, and that's the thing. Unless you have tolerance for all these peoples and all these religions and all these, then you'll be fine. But if you don't have tolerance in one, two, or three, New York City is. I've been in Texas, and I don't remember seeing a Goldberg. or Weinstein or it's Spielberg. It's been a year. I've been here for a year since I seen a Goldberg or a Weinstein. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, and it's just that's beautiful things that if I could go on without seeing a Goldberg, I'll be fine with that. Because in New York City, you bump into that every day. So you have people and like, oh, you live in a what's that in a not echo chamber? Is it echo chamber? Or you live in a glass bubble? Like if you're in Montana, North Dakota, that's all you know. And in New York City, you just bump into all of them. And California, you just see a lot of undocumented people. I like Sock Dessa's model. I'm telling you, Texas. I don't know where they're at. I've seen spots around, but they're very. I have yet to see one. It's there's a lot of Muslims, a lot of Asians, a lot of blacks, a lot of mostly Hispanics, a few whites. But Texas is mostly Hispanic. This is basically yeah, but it's a respectable. The Latinos here, the Hispanic people, the undocumented people. I have to admit, are very very respectful here in Texas. Everybody works. I gotta say that. Um, you gotta give them up. You gotta give them props. I'm not gonna they're bad or one of the reasons I got my college degree also was it last year? No, 2 years ago. Damn, it's already 2 years. Was when I used to do the protests, right? Like you see this idiot. Sometimes you have idiots out there doing protests and rallies and didn't even vote for Trump. So when you got people like that, I remember once I was, during the 2016 election, I was at a rally. Liberals were screaming at me, "Oh, this and that." I went to MIT. I got my bachelor's, and I'm going for my master's in MIT. Blah blah blah. And then I didn't have a rebuttal. I didn't have I couldn't say, "Well, I got my bachelor's in this and that." So I was like, "Damn, this liberal got me. This liberal got me." And this was before Trump won. This was in October. I remember that day because damn, that liberal got me. I'm like, damn, something? We can say Antifa is stupid or Ocasio Cortez is stupid, but they got a bachelor's. So I want to be the one to insult them. I want to be the one to tell them in their face something. So let me get onto your level, you know. So that's just my opinion. This doesn't mean you have to feel this way. That's how I felt. And that was just one of the reasons, all right? It's not the main reason. But I dropped out 10 years ago, and I did promise my parents if Trump won, I will go back to college and finish it. And I did. So, you know, and I did get help from people because I did lose my job, doing that stuff. They found out that I was supporting Trump and, I was working at a hotel overnight, which gave me the reason to. Yep, degrees don't mean shit these days. I listen. I know that, Aaron Cross. I'm not gonna tell here. I can't sit here and tell you, hey, get your college degree. I'll tell you, hey, become a plumber. I wish I would have, become a plumber or an electrician, or air conditioning or elevator. There's some guys I went to school with. They got their college degrees, then they're working for Kineticin. They went back to do Kineticin, plumbing. I wish I would have done that when I was sooner. Man, I would have been making six figures by now, but it's all right. You know, I could go around and say I've done it all. It's part of life, experiencing different things. Some people have been living the same life for years and years and doing the same thing, years and years. It becomes a cycle. You know, sometimes people are afraid of changing. Oh, I got to move. I'm scared to move. I don't want to move. Sometimes change is good. All medical doctors, you know, you got to go for what, 9 years, 8 years, lawyers. And who gets to go to these schools? You know, who gets to become these professions? I think there's actually like a shortage in doctors. There's like a shortage in doctors. I'm gonna leave you guys with a video real quick, and I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick break for like 2 seconds. I gotta use the restroom real quick. But I just want to leave a quick video playing. And you guys, you know, what should be my niche? I don't know. What should be my niche? You guys like the cannabis talk? You guys like the... I kind of want to talk about this real quick. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's just for 1 minute. Yeah, 5 days ago, and it's gone almost viral.
And turned critic, and there were a lot of people that were saying I was too cowardly to have him on, so we decided to invite him on and have him on. So I'm looking forward to hearing what he wants to say here today. Adam, I'll let you take this any direction you want, buddy. Welcome to the War Room.
Look how Adam Green just attacks InfoWars right away. Just pay attention to this, folks.
Thanks for having me, Owen. I thought you would give me free will to speak. And
well,
it's nomorenews.org. Nomorenews.org.
All right, so that's your website. You've got a YouTube channel as well, No More News. It's very popular, mostly for your criticism of InfoWars. So I'm not sure if that's where you want to go, if there's another direction you want to go today, but I give you the floor.
I'm not just covering exposing InfoWars. I also have playlists exposing all the info that you guys won't cover, like Zionism and who was actually behind 9/11. Just so all your listeners know, I was a longtime InfoWars supporter. I started listening in 2008. I always heard the rumors and saw the videos about Alex Jones and InfoWars having bias and being gatekeepers and propagandists for Israel. I kind of was on the fence until the last few years. I just saw way too much overwhelming evidence that it became so clear to me that you guys aren't being honest and genuine when it comes to covering Israel and Zionism.
Okay, do you care to expand on that?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, would you deny, you said earlier that I'm going to say things, I'm going to call you things that you're not. So are you not a Christian Zionist?
No.
Okay. And Alex Jones is not a Christian Zionist?
I'm not going to speak for Alex Jones.
Okay. All right. So the reason that I think you guys are Zionists is because all of the information you put out, the rhetoric, you lie by omission when it comes to 9/11. When it comes to the Palestinian and Israeli conflict, you guys are completely biased for Israel. A few months ago, I went and visited the West Bank in Jerusalem and saw everything with my own eyes. And so I've seen what's going on over there. And when it comes to 9/11, Jones back in the day would say that Zionist fingerprints were all over it. And then nowadays he says it's Saudi Arabia. And the fact that he knows that there's Israeli involvement.
Okay, but hold on a second. Let's be fair here. Let's be fair. I mean, can't you change coverage and opinion when news and stuff and things develop? I mean, I don't think that's a fair criticism.
Well, if he had all the information, if he wasn't blocking top 9/11 researchers like Christopher Bolin and Ryan Dawson and others from coming on the show that go into the Zionist involvement, then he would have the full picture, and everybody would understand how, if somebody asks you, if you're on Joe Rogan and Eddie Bravo asks you who was behind 9/11, and the first words you say are Saudi Arabia, that is a lie, because it was designed, orchestrated, masterminded by Zionists.
Well, expand on that. Go ahead and explain it. We're not trying to gatekeep anything.
Okay, well, I put a video out this week called The Zionist Crusade. It shows Ehud Barak and former Prime Minister of Israel and Netanyahu all over BBC, all over the media in Congress.
What do you think,
pushing
folks?
for us to go to war? We got the bad intel from the WNDs and from Mohammed Atta meeting in Prague from Israel. Netanyahu literally says in this video that I predicted in my book that the Twin Towers would be taken down by Islam. And then he says in Congress, sometimes countries need to be bombed into going into war. And then interesting, he says that last year on 9/11, he tweeted out that he feels so bad on the 9/11 anniversary. He feels so bad about
So there you have it, folks. You saw Adam Green right there. Let me just change the mic. Okay, there we go. No. So you have InfoWars. You could check that out. No More News. I want you guys to check him out. He's pretty dope. No More News. You can watch, the rest of it. Make sure you check it. Normal. Like 54,000 views already. Wow. Oh, Chef Legal Latino not subscribed. Now I'm subscribed. 54,000 views, and he brings it to Owen. He puts Owen in his place. Like Adam Green, man, I respected you a lot before. I respect you even more now, man. And he took it straight to the source. This guy, man.
I'm not even denying that Israel or
Look,
quote unquote the Jews.
He said, "I'm not trying to deny Israel or quote unquote the Jews." That's what Owen Shore is saying right now. So he sounds really, really triggered. Owen Shore over here. I'm not trying to say nothing, or even the Jews. He's doing the Jews parentheses. So I learned about the USS Liberty from InfoWars from a decade ago. It's about 9/11 being a false flag. Yeah, he did have him on. I gotta say, man, this was dope. But I wish you could have him on, not on the War Room versus Alex Jones. I think Adam Green defeated the gatekeeper. It's time for Adam Green to face Alex Jones. I think this is the second time that Adam Green beats Owen Shore. He beat him the first time um, on his own channel. So I think David Icke, I started looking into that. Any woke videos I should watch, folks? Like Blackstone Intelligence is another good one. I watch him. So any woke videos? He's pretty cool, but he's not into the trolling. He doesn't like what's his name, Swev Guerrera. I think all these people who say they know who did 9/11 are living a fantasy, and we might never know who exactly did it, other than the pilots. Owen, in his defense, he's virtual tailoring too. So check this guy out. I have Fox News to see what the hell is going on today. So this is like the big story today. So we have a new judge coming on. So this guy, this guy right here.
Time for a bombshell.
This is like the biggest. I used to enjoy watching him, but this guy, there's no other person more pro-Israel than this guy right here. And he's a Trump bootlicker. Like
The witness it.
I stopped watching him a long time ago. Only Tucker wants it. Like I only watch him on YouTube. See, everything is about Trump. Trump. Israel confirms strikes against Israel.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu took credit Sunday for hundreds of strikes on Iranian targets in Syria, including
You guys like this Jew
Jew
talk that we're doing right now?
on a weapons depot near the Damascus airport. Netanyahu's comments coming at a weekly
The
cabinet
Truth They're
meeting
Talk
about
on
Israeli
YouTube.
actions in Syria, something that is rarely done by the
Fucking crime minister. What was it? The Truth They're Talker? Truth or talk? What do you guys think I should do? Have you talked about Steve King? So you think I should do this niche, the truther niche? Truth. Okay. See, I didn't know about truth or talk. Did I get the right channel? Truth to talk, or truth talk? See, introduce me to the new stuff, guys. Like, I want to learn new shit. The truth or talk. Okay, the White Rabbit. I guess not a Playboy. Law and Borders. Yo, you guys keep making fun. Oh, what the fuck? Oh.
Okay, page it's saying that she. So journalists are just they are good people for the most part. A lot of them are just trying to keep their heads down and work.
I want to see.
Quick. Sad.
Affect those.
Oh yeah, I seen her before. I seen this video. See, it has a little time thing on it. I'll watch it later. I'll check her out. But I thought she was gonna show like videos and shit. One of my favorite guys that is no longer on YouTube is Johnny. One of the one of my favorite guys. I think he was the one that with the JFK stuff.
I just revealed something the world has never.
We'll do a quick rundown on the truther stuff. You think I should, guys? Look, I should get into truthers.
Building.
The Medusa Touch. That's a movie in 1978. Look, they show the plane hitting the towers in that movie. Let me see if I can show it to you. Look what they show in that movie. Boom, 9/11. Look at that, 9/11 right there. And the guy that wrote this movie, the producer, he's that's this guy right here. Arnold McChin admits to being a double life as an Israeli spy. So this guy that made that movie, he was an Israeli spy. Look, Arnon, Israeli spy right there. He made that movie, The Medusa Touch. And next thing you know, 9/11 happened, a few years later. They put this in our movies, they put this in our shows. The only way they could get away with it if they tell it to us. Look right here, you gotta watch this clip. He doesn't want to tell Cuomo, Homo, whatever his name is. Chris Dangerfield. I'll check out Chris Dangerfield. Man. So you make sure you check out Johnny Gat's Mirrors videos. They're pretty dope. He breaks it down really good. See, these guys are fake, man. When this guy went to jail, Tommy Robinson, it's like Laura Loomer. Like I did the video yesterday about Laura Loomer. The JFK assassination had a clear Israeli print all over it. Yep. I built that tower to one day knock it up. Yep. Yep. And I even went over the what's in 9/11, the Oculus. Like this guy, Tommy Robinson. Like he was making a video, he gets arrested and you don't hear from him again. And then people do rallies. You check that out.
What was the one you were telling me, Chris Dangerfield? This guy right here? The death of Tommy Robinson. We were just talking about this. I'll check him out. Nobody's on. I usually sometimes like to. This other channel is on, and I jump onto their stream. Bonnie. Oh, look, Trumpster Bob is on. Let me see if I bring Bob on my show. Let's see if I bring Bob on. And the Libertarians.
On this video, I'm just calling them out, man. Take Bob Jones challenge. And I heard y'all talking last night where y'all thought it was kind of fake, where, you know, I wasn't really serious with the Nacho about coming and seeing me in the ring. He thought I couldn't last 3 rounds with him for 5 minutes. He might be right about that, but I don't think he can last 3 fucking minutes in the ring with me. So bring it, Nacho. Come on down here. I'll pay for the fucking ring.
I'll pay for the fucking
Just
ring.
bring your bitch candy ass, motherfucker. See if I can't knock you out in 3 minutes, motherfucker.
What's the link, Aaron? They have a. I would like to troll that page. Nick Hobbit and his welfare wife.
Yeah, you out and knock those bitch ass. That was great, by the way. You reminded me of me. He wants me to go on his hangouts. I can't go on your live feed if I'm doing a live feed hangout. Latino Heat.
You call me Nacho.
Let's do this. Let's end my live feed. Let's all go over there to Latino Heat's live feed. He wants me over on his live feed. So I'm going to go over to his live feed. Cheerios, everybody. I'll catch you here in a little bit after I go.
He's coming over here.
Live feed. All right. God bless you. The hell's going on over here?
Oh, you got me? Oh, there you go. What's up, Bob?
So I'm in your live feed?
Yeah, the Chef Legal Latino channel.
How the hell did I do that?
You're here. See, now you're here. I was trying to figure out what niche I'm gonna have on my new channel. If I'm gonna do politics, I'm gonna do truth talk, cannabis talk. So then we found your channel. You were live right now. I was like, oh, let's see what's up to Bob.
I was just calling out all them fake cucks. That's all.
Yesterday was crazy. I fell asleep, man. I put it on mute and I fell asleep yesterday. You were on till like 2 in the morning.
Asleep. We knew you fell asleep.
You were on till like 2 in the morning, no?
Yeah, it got really good. What's that dude called in? And outed. He outed fucking Nacho, man. I mean, he outed his fucking ass.
Yeah, you guys were arguing with each other. You guys were arguing with each other. I was like, what's going on here? I didn't want to argue.
No. I mean, he outed that sumbitch. He whenever he went to a Trump rally, he was trying to get donations for his sick mama who's handicapped. And then on the next video in the same rally, okay, he did like 3 videos at the same rally. In the second video, mama called him and said, come get back up here in the front of the line. We're fixing to go in.
Mama.
So he didn't have no poor, sick, handicapped mama. She was up in front of the fucking line. He was back there scamming on some fucking transvestite.
Bob, where you be finding all these stories at? My main one is that the Jovi one you told me about his wife and the Muslim and the Tommy guns and the.
Well, I've just been in this movement so long. I guess I got so many people that know who I am.
See, that's
So
like I said last night, Bob. Like we have all these Jewish, people on television, right? Like Hannity, Crowder, Gavin McGinnis, but we don't have real Americans like you. Like America, you're a real American. Like you if you think of American as you, not no Hannity, Crowder, McGinnis. That's not America. That's Canadians. Jewish Canadians or. But they're not gonna put you on TV because you drink beer, you have a beard, and you love America so much. How come guys like you are not on TV?
they're scared of the truth. If you look at ABC, NBC, and CBS, they're all 20% owned by the fucking Muslims. That dude that was killed in Saudi Arabia owned 20% of those three syndicates. He owns 17% of Fox News. That's
So
that's over 300, almost $400 million worth of Fox News.
So the Muslims are influencing the media right now. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely. They got a lot of say-so in it, just like the globalists, just like the Jews. All three of them are all invested in the same fake media stream.
But Saudi Arabia, who are they cousins to?
Who are they cousins to?
Yeah, they're related to the Saudi Arabians are cousins to the Zionist Jews. Like they're the same people. The Vatican, the royal
No,
family.
they're not. No, they might be somewhat related, but they're not really related. There was overtakes, and you gotta learn that through history. The whites overtook that area for a long time prior to Christ coming into power. And then when Christ was born and all that took place, it was a predominantly white area, region of the world. It was not predominantly Arabic. That didn't come about until way after the Roman Empire. There were other leaders that were able to take over certain parts of the world. And now the entire Middle East is all Muslim. It goes back and forth throughout time. I mean, this is nothing new. But at that time, it was predominantly a white-controlled sector. And it went on throughout the Roman Empire time. The Roman Empire, people were Norse. That's who those people were. They had gone down that far and conquered the world that far down. And then they ended up fighting with each other, and that's where the cutoff took place.
Mm.
That's probably the only reason why they didn't take over the world. That and the Japanese had invented a bunch of badass bows and arrows that they couldn't seem to get through. Genghis Khan did, though. Genghis Khan whooped that ass. That's a badass son of a bitch right there. And he killed out 90% of the Muslims. The only mistake he made was not killing off all the fucking Muslims.
Bob, why you have so much hatred towards them?
Muslims is a religion of Satan. If Genghis Khan could have killed them all off and wouldn't have got shot in the head and would have took over the world, that would have been it. We'd all be one world right now. One big happy world. But he fucked up because he eased up on the fucking Muslim scumbag and then he went and got shot in the head like a dumbass. I idolized Genghis Khan. The guy was a hero. His third mistake was not appointing a successor, which broke up the empire. So Rome was taking over the same way the United States is being overtaken right now, through homosexuality, through all kinds of shit that's going on with that from within our own country. Rome was taking over the same exact way.
Who's controlling all of that? Who's controlling the homosexuality, the LGBTQ movement?
Well, a lot of it. Muslims control a lot of it. They're trying to influx that into Russia constantly. You just saw the news feed. It's up there on the news feed of mainstream worldwide news today, where they arrested over 120 gay people down that southern province down there by the Muslim province of Turkey, and they arrested all them people and killed. There's been 10 of them killed so far from torture. because they put this little nut rack machine on them, and they just turn it, and it crushes their nuts, and they ask them questions, and a lot of times it kills them. Because, you know, you can only crush a man's nuts so much before he dies. And that's what's going on in Russia right now. They got no tolerance for gays in Russia.
Do you know about the Kalergi plan?
The Kalergi plan?
Yeah.
Nah, what's that?
All right.
Is that Germany deal?
I'll show you. You know about the white genocide? Like who's trying to, you know?
Nah, what are you talking about?
The Kalergi plan.
I never heard of it.
That's something you could watch later on. I'll just go through it real quick.
United Europe schemes.
This is one of the you just search Kalergi plan.
The ideological foundation, singular or pure race people.
Like mixing a bunch of races, like especially with the white countries. Like you see, Europe is being, you know, with Muslims and Africans. America with Muslims and South Americans. So they're mixing the white race up. You guys, the white people are gonna, I think somebody said it earlier today, in 2043, white people will really be the minority in America. How do you feel about that? Like your race is gonna be extinct, Bob? Like real Americans.
No, I disagree. I disagree because white gene is all over the world. If you do a DNA test right now, I'll bet you're probably 30% white man.
But pure,
So
but what
my
about the
theory
pure?
is the white gene is a dominant gene. Most Africans are at least 1/3 white. A lot of people don't realize that. 1/3, actually, it's over 46% of all black men ever DNA tested were proven to be over a third white man. So you can say it however you want to, but the world is going to be one breed eventually of people. So it doesn't matter to me. Personally, I love black women. I mean, I don't see race as a lot of people. Yeah, you know, I do see race as an intelligent factor. You got blacks, which are the most violent people in the world. I mean, look at South Africa for what it is. It is what it is.
That's
You
true.
got the white countries of the world, which are the most advanced countries in the world. So you can't do without really either one. And then you got your Middle Eastern stupid motherfuckers, which need to be wiped off the face of that earth because they're not worth wiping your ass with. And then you got Hispanic people, which are, in my opinion, kind of a mix of the intelligence of Chinese people and black people and white people.
Like, look at this real quick. I'm gonna show you guys. This is New York. Like I stated this before in different videos. Without white people, a lot of things wouldn't be possible, right? I gotta admit, like New York City, who built this? Who built New York City? White people, right?
Mainly white people. There's some
Yeah,
black people
immigrants.
involved.
But yeah, but the main one, the architects. Who are the
There
architects?
was Chinese architect involved, but it's mainly white people. Yeah,
You see this
98% white people.
this architecture. Look, is this 2014? It's still standing, most of it. Look at these bridges. This is the bridge that caught my attention, right? Bridge is 1862, and it's even still standing now. How the heck they in 1862 they built a bridge so strong that would withstand weather, everything till now? Even these buildings, more than 100 years old. In New York City, who had that architecture? So now you go to other countries, South America, Africa. Do they have these kinds of buildings over there?
Well, you know what it is? It's ignorance, it's stupidity and ignorance. That is, like I say, the hatred of the world. People need to take a stand against the hatred. I don't like white hate gangs, racist gangs. I don't like black ones or Hispanic or Oriental. I think they're all stupid. And you know, I understand the attack on the white countries, but you got to understand it goes back to the Roman Empire. The same way the Roman Empire was overtaken is the same way America is being overtaken right now.
Look at this train in 1904. The trains were there. We're already in 2019 in New York City, and the same trains are still running, the same tracks. These are the immigrants arriving at Ellis Island. They actually came and they were checked out. They came with their bags, the family, whites. Look, they waited. Immigrants waiting examination at Ellis Island. So it's not like, people just came through the border, no examination. People waiting on the turn. Yes, look, they had to register themselves. So yes, a nation of immigrants. Oh yeah, but look at these immigrants. They did it the right way. They registered, and look how clean it was back then. I know there's no trash, there's no McDonald's, but the way the people dress also. I want to cover that. Look how people used to dress, 1903. And what do you see in these pictures, Bob? White people, right?
Predominantly.
Predominant. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start using that word, predominant. Look at this now. These you see Mickey Mouse and Minnie. You know who they are, Bob?
Not really.
You know who's under those costumes, Bob?
Couple of black guys.
No, a couple of undocumented people.
Oh.
No, I kid you not. You go to Times Square, it's all undocumented cartoon characters over there. That's how New York City is.
Actually, I was gonna say a couple of homeless people, but usually homeless people take them kind of jobs on.
You see, this is. I was watching this the other day, and I'm like, look, I wish I was around this time. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get shot by the mafia and all this. Look, these buildings,
No, but
1899.
if you had came over here during that time, you would have been rich as hell because you would have probably invented some Latino clothing wear or something.
I would have bought up as much land as the Jewish
And
people that
people would
bought
have
it up.
seen that shit as stylish as fuck, and they'd have bought the hell out of it, and you'd have been a rich son of a bitch. See, white people embrace other cultures. The problem with the white people is they don't realize who the fucking bad guys are.
The Zionists are the bad guys.
The Zionists and the fucking Muslims. That is true.
Look at Brooklyn Bridge. This bridge was built in 1920, and it's still standing now. The Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
And you're gonna tell me, New York City just spent $4 billion on a bridge that's already broken in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Look how people dressed back then, and look how people dress now: jeans, hat.
Let me ask you, Latino, what country were you born in?
Ecuador. Look at the same buildings. Damn,
They make some damn good cigars in Ecuador.
Yeah. Look, Bob,
Let me ask
1932.
you this.
Yeah.
Who brought that cigar factory to Ecuador?
I'm not sure. I gotta research that.
The Spaniards.
Spaniard.
And to this day, it's the biggest cigar factory in all of Americas. Bet you didn't know that.
No. All right, look into it. Look at this, Bob. Look at these bridges. 1933, still standing. I took you down a trip to New York City back then.
It's pretty badass.
Look, Grand Central Station. A lot of history in these buildings in New York. But look, now they with stupid advertisement. They had the advertisement back then, also 1938. So it's tradition. But now they have like pedophiles up in this on stage on the little kid, the 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, go back to that last picture because you see a lot of people walking down the sidewalk. You see a lot of people active city. You don't see that in the cities no more because of all the fucking filth that's in the cities nowadays, thanks to these fucking Democrats.
I want to I'm looking for a street. There's one picture that blew my. I think it's probably this one. Look at the difference in people. Look at this chick right here with her headphones and her stupid whatever.
Yeah, she's all fucked up.
Look at these ladies. Look how these ladies dressed.
Classy.
Look at this. Even this old lady. Classy. Look, she probably smells.
And compare her to that other old lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you she smells good. It's probably really hot here, but I bet you she smells so freaking good. All these people probably smell good. And then over here, look at this bum, man. Look at the difference. Look at these kids in the stroller. I bet you the kid over here carrying the bags.
Yeah, it's crazy. The day and night in America, what we've come to. It is true. But this ain't just in America, it's all over the world.
But Europe, like we could look at France. Like
You
France
look at
has.
France, you look at South America. I mean, Central America's in turmoil right now. It didn't used to be that way. It's the globalists that have done this to the world, and we need to overcome this through our voting. This is a voters' revolution, man. And if we vote for good people into office, we get a good government. You vote for bad people into office, you're gonna get a bad government. You
Look at
want
all
to
these
get
ships.
sold out like the United Kingdom? Vote for bad people into office, and you get butt fucked like Britain is right now, trying to do the British.
Look at New York City back then, 1906. Bro, look at this.
Impeccable city back then. Nowadays, it's just like California, LA, or San Francisco. It's a shithole.
Yep, it is. You're absolutely right. I'm not gonna argue with that, man. I would love to be in New York City during the early 1900s.
Yeah,
Man.
but
Like, look
right now, I have no desire to go to New York City. None.
at. What do you think about the Fed, Bob?
Well, we need to pay off our national debt and get away from the Fed.
But who are the Feds? Who are the Fed?
Well, it's the sodomite Jews.
Zionist Jews, same ones that they have us by the balls. You know, they all of this. Look at these buildings. This is Wall Street right here. Down here is Wall Street. The federal building is here somewhere in the middle. All of this is financial right here. The southern part.
See, a lot of people don't know, but at one time, loaning money was illegal and considered evil in all the world.
See the World Trade Center, like 1973. All
And
the
that's
money.
why Germany turned against the Jews in World War II, because prior to World War One, even only the Jews loaned money, and it was frowned on heavily. And then after World War II, or during World War II, Hitler went after all the Jews because they had all the fucking money loaned out and owned the country. And Germany said, "Fuck that! We're going to take our country back." That's why they went after the Jews. I understand that, but it was still genocide. They could have gone about it a different way, but they didn't. They started going after all the damn Jews, even the poor Jews, and they were going after all the Jews. But that's where the loaning of money comes from, is from the fucking Jews. I said we do away with all forms of loan, make prices fair where people can afford shit.
What
Then
about
you don't need
reverse
a loan.
mortgage?
You know, if I want to sell you a house, let's enter a legal contract through the courts or something, you know. But I mean, fuck, man, loaning money? We need to get away from that bullshit.
This is really crazy right here. This is the year 2000, right? And I don't see a lot of buildings here. A lot of tall buildings compared to the twin. Look how back then, right? The twin tower. I remember America. The twin towers were the tallest building in New York City. I was in the Bronx, which is all the way up here, and I was in school when I saw the towers fall. And from
Damn it.
all the way up here in the Bronx, way up further than this. Let me see if I can find a bigger picture. All the way up here. Oh, it changed. All the way up here, Bob. Even further up, way up here, I could see the twin towers.
Right.
And now New York City, all of this is tall buildings. All of this. So all these little houses, they're gone. The little buildings are gone. I didn't realize it. How it took 10, 15 years. Dude, this is 2005. You don't see
Yeah,
the
all the houses are gone. That's why you don't see people in the city no more.
oh, you see just buildings. These are the twin towers are gone here. And it took them what 11 years to even build something.
The government should have protected the housing community, and that's where they fucked up.
You see these buildings 2010. In 10 years, these were rising up over here. These weren't there before. And you go up another 5 years, and I'll show you
That's why
2050.
your intelligent people moved the fuck out of a big city already.
Oh yeah. Look, you see now they got the Freedom Tower. This other building over here.
Yeah.
There's more over here. Tomorrow. So what's tomorrow? That was yesterday. That was beautiful New York City, man.
Pretty crazy stuff, man. Pretty crazy stuff.
Tomorrow. It's all glass buildings. All the buildings are made out of glass. None of them are made out of all of this is stone, you know. Sometimes it's good to reflect on this stuff, man.
Did you know Pam Maltry?
Who's that?
Pam Maltry was a great patriot. She died today.
Who?
Pam Maltry, she died today. Just an ordinary person, a great patriot. She died today from cancer.
Oh, damn.
We lost a real good one right there, trust me.
Pam Moultrie.
Yeah.
She was on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, she was on Facebook. She was on everything.
How you spell her last name?
Maltre or Y, I think. I'd have to go look. I think it's Y.
Pam Moultrie Kern.
Let me go look. Hell, you got me. Maltry. But yeah, she was a really good patriot. I don't know if her account even still on Facebook. She hadn't been on there for a while because she's had cancer. It hit her mainstream real quick earlier last year.
Damn, that's sad news, man.
Yeah, it sucks. It's part of life, but I left the family alone. I was scared. I was like, oh, damn.
You want to know something, Bob? No matter what happens, like your videos are always gonna be on the internet. Like you're known by different people, so you're always gonna have a legacy. Like you got to think about it that way. Because I admit in December I was very depressed. I thought I was gonna die, so I thought I was going through stuff, and I started doing live streams again because I'm like, you know what? If I die, at least I'll leave some videos on legacy people could watch. Or,
Why'd you gonna die? All you gotta do is go to homeless shelter to eat.
When you die?
Yeah, they got free medical at the homeless shelter.
No, I'm talking if I die. Like, there's no homeless shelter in the afterlife.
You're gonna die from what? Jacking off too much?
I wish that would be the cause. I would just stop. No, just like my heart, my heart and stuff like that. I gotta stay away from like the fast food here in Texas and hit the gym.
Oh, stay away from all fat fried food too.
Yeah, for Chick-fil-A, I was eating that a lot. I started drying up the chicken. There's so much grease in Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah, it's so good though.
It's good, but I used to just eat them like nothing.
Grease
And then when I started,
butter.
but when I used to drain the oil out of it, I'm like, wow, no wonder my heart is about to explode soon.
Yeah.
I used to just eat them like nothing. I get them for free.
Did you go to the doctor? Did you start taking cholesterol pills?
I've been taking fish oil, vitamin A, vitamin E.
Nah, go to the doctor and get you some of these.
I don't want that, Bob. I'm not taking prescription.
Atrovistan, it clears you. No, it clears you out from all of your bad shit from cholesterol.
I'm taking an organic tea. I'm doing cleansing myself, and I do it organically, man. I go to different kind of doctors are drug dealers. I prefer mine to sell me flowers. Flowers are helping me out.
All I can do is advise people go to the doctor. It can help you to a certain extent. Now, when it comes to allergies, they're not going to tell you to take bee pollen. Bee pollen is the greatest thing for allergies ever.
Yep.
Ever in the history of mankind. And to this day, the current doctors got nothing better. So there are certain things that are better organically than, medically. Still, man, when it comes to cholesterol, you can't play.
The other day, right, I cut my finger like a couple of months ago, real deep with a knife, and I put cayenne. I was freaking out because I was bleeding a lot, and I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the hospital for this. I went on YouTube with my left hand. I'm like, what should I do if I cut my finger? They said put cayenne pepper on it. I put cayenne pepper on that bad boy. It was a kind of deep cut, maybe like a centimeter or two in, and I don't even know where it's at. It's one of these fingers, and I was bleeding a lot, man. I was scared. I had my finger up because I really didn't want to go to the hospital. I didn't want to ruin my credit.
I use cayenne pepper to get rid of ants.
I use cayenne pepper for my food, but I was really scared, Bob. I was like, "Fuck, man! I really don't want to go to the hospital right now. I don't want to bill, and I don't want to be in the waiting room like an idiot for 3 hours." So I put fucking cayenne pepper on that bitch, and it's burning. I'm like, ah! But then I wrap it up. I stopped the bleeding. I was playing my PlayStation 4, and then I wake up the next day. It's a little brown. 2-3 days later, it was gone. Like 4 days, I'll say 4 days.
I gotta remember that.
I always have and it'll cost $1 at the dollar store. Cayenne pepper, man. Anything you have a bite, anything, just put that bad boy on you. It'll burn. I've gotten burned so many times. I just put it on me.
Well, my blood thinner, I get cut, I bleed like a bitch at first, and then it clots up real fast.
Throw some cayenne pepper and some lemonade. If you have a cold so bad you can't breathe, snort cayenne pepper. No joke.
I ain't putting no lemon nothing on a wound. Hell no.
No, but cayenne pepper, I have like.
What happened to you? Well, guess he had to go use the restroom or something. Hold on a minute. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I see. There he is. So you started out a new channel. That's what you did. Now I'm seeing your channel. You got 9 viewers over here on this new channel. Jill Citizens over here, Scott Diz, Tech on Nip. What do you want them? Techo China motherfuckers? Nightwave Radio. Who else you got on here? Scott Diz, Doc Jabroni, Chinese techno fascist. Hell no, we ain't giving in to none of that shit. Yo, Merce. Don't tell me Merce is on here. Simply Amazing's on here. He's the one that outed Jovi Val last night. Man, they took him to fucking school. I ain't bullshitting. And I was replaying them videos, the ones he was talking about, and he wasn't bullshitting. He had that boy crying like a bitch. Like for real. That's funny. I wonder where Latino he come. Merch from, I think he's from Revenge of the Sith. I think that's who they're talking about. The guy who Joey Gibson grabbed on the ass or slapped in the ass because he was being a stupid fuck. Little Antifa cuck. Joey Gibson's just a little bitch, man. Ha! It's the biggest can of beer you ever seen. Hell, you ain't been watching Trumpster Bob then. Trumpster Bob is known for his Keystone Light, baby. Because I only drink Coors for the most part. You damn straight. Drink Coors and have sex with black women. That's my claim to fame. Mexican women, they want me. And they get me once in a while. White women, they want me. Good luck. Far and few between. And that's me. That's Trumpster Bob. I love black women. Ooh, baby. They get over here on Trumpster Bob and they get kind of hooked on the stick, so to speak. They can't get up. They won't leave. Oh, man, I had to take a break. I had to take a serious break from women because, you know, once they get a hold of you, it's like they own you or something. You know? I don't get it. What's up with that? I thought women were the one crying about being owned by men. My life is the opposite. The women want to own me, and I don't want to be owned. You feel me? Better hurry, because I got to go grab a beer. Shake that thing. Shake it. Shake it. I don't know about all that talk, but you know, I ain't got a problem. I ain't got a problem. Hey, as long as she's a pretty girl, she wants a baby, come see me. You know, I ain't shy about it. But I guess everybody accuses me of going after patriots. Have you ever seen me go after like a true patriot? No, that's stupid. I go after the fake patriots, and I've gone after a few patriots. It's true, but only to fill them out. You got to see who's who. You know, you got to see who's who. And so yeah, I guess I've done it occasionally, but I don't keep going after the patriots. I never kept going after Latino heat. I never kept going after Revenge of the Sith. But I went after Will Johnson. He had to be being funded by somebody. And lo and behold, the son bitch works for InfoWars. And in 2015, he helped start up Liberty One TV for the Libertarian Party. Damn it. So, I mean, and it's been on and over and over. I'm always right, man. Just shut the hell up. I'm always right. I don't go after no fake ass patriots. No, black women were sent here from God to please white men. Hell yeah. Someday we're all going to be one race, man. You might as well just get that into your head. There ain't nothing wrong with interracial breeding. It's all good in the neighborhood as far as I'm concerned. Mm. That's all that beer talk. Man, you just don't know. You never tried it. Let me tell you, black women are like some of the most beautiful women on earth. It ain't yucky. It's yummy. You just got you some nasty shit. Stay away from the nasty shit. That's all I can tell you. And whether they're white, black, or Spanish, if you get you get a taste of that nasty shit, that's your own stupidity. Well, we all come from Noah's Ark, Jewel. We all come from Noah's Ark. Everybody come from Noah's Ark. All human beings on earth today come from Noah's Ark. Now, prior to that, I believe that black people were the people of the earth that were here whenever God set Adam and Eve on earth. But after that, through Noah's Ark, we're all one people. We all bleed the same blood. That's the way it is. So I don't pay no prelude to all that so much these days, but it's important to note that we got a long way to go, but we can't be doing it through globalism. It doesn't work for humankind. We got to do it through capitalism. That's the way that our people got to roll. That's not true. He didn't try to kill off all mixed people. Shut up with that stupid shit. You got like no proof of that. The Tower of Babel was about God diversifying the people because why? Because we were too smart as one people. So he diversified us to slow down our technology. Why? Because we're only here for a test of faith. So he broadened our test of faith. That's why you're here. It's got nothing to do with race. That's the stupidest crap I ever heard of in my life. That's like some little second grader coming up with that stupid bullshit. And some adult, some ignorant, stupid, fucking retarded adult actually believed it. That's like the KKK. That's their excuse for the reason why they're racist. Because, God divided the language and we think that, no, shut the hell up, man. That's stupid.
What are you talking about, Bob? KKK?
They're talking about racism in the Bible. I have every bit of proof of that. It's called read your damn Bible. You got no proof of any racism ever existing in the Bible.
Bob, can you see the chat room?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, people are writing to you. So.
No, the Bible's not only about race, Scott. You've been brainwashed by some racist son of a bitch.
Who said that, Scott?
Sock disc.
Sock desk?
Yeah, he's a dumbass racist cuck. The Bible never talks about racism. It never does.
People are saying you have no proof of that.
The only racism in the Bible is where God separated God's people from Satan's people. The bear and the dragon, which are the damn Muslims. That's not true, Swally. Okay, if the Bible's been changed so many times, then how come there's still the 12 pillars underneath the river that weigh 100,000 pounds a piece originally that are erected upright in an exact circle in the middle of the Red River? Because God parted the waters for Aaron 12 times, just like he did Moses. So if the Bible's not accurate, then how come those 12 pillars are there and we found them? They're there. That's in the book of Exodus. That's like thousands of years ago. That's like, what, 12,000, 14, 15,000 years ago or more? I don't know. It's a long damn time ago. It's called read the Bible and do your Google. In fact, it's on the internet. You can Google that. I don't know. Is it in Exodus 21? Wherever it's at. I just know it's in Exodus. That's all I remember. The Bible is historically accurate, folks. Right down to the first damn book. The earth used to have 2 moons. We got 1 moon now. What does that tell you? The earth used to rotate perfectly around the sun, and people used to lived until they were 800 to 1,000 years old. Because we had perfect weather. That's not the case anymore. Now we got 1 moon, and the earth rotates like an egg around the sun. And we only live to be about 60 to 80 years old on the average. Some people live 100. Some people live to be in their 50s. You know, prime example. So the Bible is accurate all the way through the book, man. Y'all just ain't woke up yet. That's all. The Bible never said the earth don't move. What kind of stupid is that? That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. In fact, the Bible, in the first book of the Bible, talks about aliens. Did you know that? The reincarnation comes from the Bible. Elijah, did you know that? I'm probably waking your audience up like a motherfucker over here.
What are you waking them, Bob? These guys, I don't know. I'm just coming back right now. Keep going, keep going. I'm just catching up.
Well, they don't read the Bible. It's just pathetic. I mean, it's like they open it, read a few things out of it, and they're squirting off a bunch of bullshit.
At least they kept you going, man. That's good. See, Bob, how important the chat room is. When people are interactive, it makes you talk. You have more things to say, more viewers. That's what I'm saying. That sometimes, you know, you gotta let people have freedom of speech a little bit.
Yeah,
Now
I
they get
agree. Oh, you're
now they
right
get
over there. You're right.
now
But
they
you
get
got, I
disrespectful.
just get rid of the trolls for the most part.
Like if they're disrespectful, they don't like see they're asking you questions. It might be stupid questions, it might be smart questions, but at least it keeps you engaged.
And
The
I probably
people keep
take it wrong
watching.
a lot of the times. You're probably right about that too. Let me go use the restroom and grab a beer,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
I'll be right
yeah,
back.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take over real quick. You know, I see the guys were asking Bob questions here. Exodus 21 is the stuff about slaves, laws, and whatnot. New topic: why does your room look like an American gift shop exploded? According to the Bible, Earth does not move. I prefer Exodus 2, electric boogaloo. What about Exodus 21? The Bible has been changed multiple times. I wonder who wrote most of it, right? Who wrote in the part that said, "We are the chosen people"? Yeah, and you know, not mock the book. It's just, but there's some ones that like a lot of people say, "Oh, how come it says in the Bible that they're the chosen people?" I don't know the specific verse that says they're the chosen people. Maybe I'll look it up. I have the power of the internet. What am I talking about? Bob, what part of the Bible does it say they're the chosen people?
Hell, I don't remember, man. You know, I know it's in Matthew, but I can't remember which chapter. It's early in Matthew for that matter. 1, 2, or 3. I think it's chapter 1. I'm not that big on the Bible. I didn't grow up with the Bible. I just studied the Bible as an adult for several years. Like I read it like every 3 months. I read through the entire Bible. So, but I was studying it. I wrote down questions. Like if I had contradiction, I'd read it. I'd have more questions. So I'd read it again and again and again and again until I answered every single damn one of my questions about the Bible to where the Bible had no contradiction. One thing I discovered early on about reading the Bible is this: if you got a contradiction in your mind, you need to go back and reread the Bible. You got the wrong damn meaning somehow. Because the Bible never contradicts itself, and I've heard them all. I've heard every damn argument and then some in the book. And I have read and read and read until there's just no contradiction. See, we have the wrong meaning of the Bible. We interpret the Bible wrong. It doesn't matter that man wrote it. What matters is your interpretation of the Bible. So if the Bible holds no contradiction, that means it's perfection. That means it's inspired by God's word. And I'm telling you right now, the way I read the Bible, there is no contradiction. We are all sinners. And that's the biggest problem. Most people don't accept the fact that they are sinners. I'm a sinner. You're a sinner, right?
I'm a sinner.
Legal. I mean, we're all sinners. We're
Yeah, I'm a
not
sinner.
perfect.
I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nope.
No, and we can't be perfect. So accept yourself for who you are. Be as good a person as you can in life. Love your fellow man and be happy. Now, if you got enemy along the way, you know, stick a freaking spear up their ass and treat them as a pogo stick. I guess. That's the way I see it. We're not meant to be a weak people, but we're not meant to be perfect either. And that's why we're underneath this cloak and dagger of a test of faith. That's why we're here on earth, folks. There is no other reason. We're not here because we were born an ape. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
So we're not from apes?
Fuck no.
Adam and Eve straight up?
Not exactly. God created Earth. He already said he had already created Earth with humans on it. So he created apes, he created humans, he created other animals. Those were the cavemen. And then he set Adam and Eve down here on Earth. And then Adam and Eve, along the way, they had kids. And then they found that the women of the earth was fair and they went into them. They had kids with them. And that's where we got a diversity of skin tone and man. And then along the way come Noah's Ark. All of his sons had women of all different colors. One was from the people of the earth, if you remember. The other one was he had a wife from along the lineage, it said, but not the true lineage, but along the lineage of God's people. And the other one was from the long land of gold. So they had 3 different wives from 3 different areas. One of them was mixed. One of them was probably partially mixed. And the other was from the woman of the earth. And then after Noah's Ark, they all went separate directions. The one brother went south. Well, there's Africa. The other brother went east. Well, there's fucking the Muslim land, and then onward to China. And the other one went north, and through that you got Jordan all the way up to your white people. And then in Israel itself, you got white people. Again.
Somebody in the chat room says you have horns under the hat. I don't believe that.
And then they spread out. They say, I got what under my hat?
Hey, look, they're saying you got something under your hat, Bob.
What's under my hat? Yeah, brains. Damn it.
You got brains. I don't know where in the Bible does it say that they're the chosen people in the book of Deuteronomy as a verb bihar? Like, how are these people the chosen people?
Well, they always have been. God said they were his chosen people. For him was the reason they're God's chosen people is because you can find the lineage from Jesus through Noah's Ark all the way to Jesus, from Adam to Jesus. That's why they're God's chosen people, because they were from Adam and Eve's lineage. And even though a lot of them will not accept Jesus Christ as their God, their Lord and Savior, that doesn't mean that when in our second life, we're still in the first life. So you got to remember, there's going to be a second life for all those who don't believe. So that haven't made up their minds. So in the second life, everybody's going to see Jesus, but not in his weak human form, but with all of the power of God. Then they're going to know he's God, right? There ain't going to be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Then all the Jewish people and probably even most of the Muslim people will be made to accept the fact that he is God. And they will then be made to follow him. That's the way the Bible's read out, folks. That's what's going to take place. But in this lifetime, we are undergoing a heavy test of faith.
Do you believe in Judeo-Christians?
Do I believe in what now?
Judeo-Christians?
Yeah, they absolutely exist.
Judeo-Christian is a term that groups Judaism and Christianity, either in references to the Christianity derivation from Judaism, both religions' common use of the Torah or due to. So Judeo-Christian, they don't use the Bible?
Yes, if they're Christian, they believe in Christ, so they have to accept the Old and the New Testament.
How is that possible, Judeo-Christian?
Well, because all Christian came from Jews.
The concept of Judeo-Christian values in an ethical, rather theological sense was used by George Orwell in 1939 with the phrase of the Judeo-Christian scheme of the Moros as a part of the American civil religion since the 1940s.
Yeah, he was hitting on something that was widely known in the Christian community. It was he was an atheist who was trying to understand Christianity. I remember him, and I remember him writing that book, and I have read part of that book, or most of it, so I happen to remember that. He was an atheist who was curious about Christianity who ended up becoming a Christian.
George Orwell?
Yeah. The same thing with the guy that discovered those 12 pillars I was just telling you about. He was with the Church of Scientology. He was an atheist. He set out to disprove the Bible by proving those 12 pillars did not exist. He found those 12 pillars and became a Christian.
Judeo-Christian. This is amazing.
And he found them by pure accident. He gave up looking for them. So they were building a new bridge over the old bridge. And it was actually already in operation, but they were still working on the trimming. And he was standing on the old bridge, humped over like I am on my desk, looking over at the water. And about the time he said, well, I guess there is no, before he could say God, he looked down and he saw what he thought were pillars.
The entire Western world.
And then, so he hired his team. His team went out and found the 12 pillars of God.
You like Jordan Peterson?
The culture is that there's a transcend.
What are you listening to?
No, you like Jordan Peterson? I think he's like a Judeo-Christian. Milo, look, homosexual Milo. Like all of these are Judeo-Christians, right? Like these are the guys that are, and the conservative movement telling you what to believe in. You see, that's the problem. You have these Judeo, like they're Zionists. They're not Americans.
Well, I'm not a Judeo-Christian. I just said they exist. I didn't say I favored them or I believed in what they were saying. These are, Judeo believes in homosexuality. That's the Jewish. That's the traditional Jewish is referred to the Judeo. So they believe in only the book of the Torah, or the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible. So whenever they finally accept Christ, some of them do, a lot of them do actually, they then become Christian. That's not to say they weren't gay before. That's not to say that they're not screwed up in the damn mind. I'm just saying that's a Judeo-Christian. Somebody who was raised in a gay family that became Christian, who was a Jewish.
What about Ben Shapiro? You like Ben Shapiro?
He's okay. I don't give him even any patriotism for the most part. Ben Shapiro's okay. He's not somebody I would say. I don't go tell people to follow Ben Shapiro. I'll put it that way.
He was a never Trumper.
Yeah, that is true. But he's got some good points he makes here and there, but most of his crap is just crap. A Masonic Jew is a globalist. A Masonic Jew is somebody who doesn't really believe in God. The Masons, you can't give any reference to your God of your religion. So, for example, if you're a Christian, you can't pray and say Jesus Christ or Amen. If you're a Muslim, you can't say your 5 prayers a day because it goes against the Masonic teaching of one God. And that one God is Mother Earth. There is no spiritual God in the Masonic belief. That's a bunch of poppycock. The ideology behind the Masonic Lodge is that the globalists can control all religion through one religion by suckering in all the world's religions into one religion. That's what the Masonic Lodge is all about. It's a failed attempt at controlling religion, and the ideology is ancient, but it was promoted by Hitler. Hitler tried to control all of the religion, if you remember.
Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler tried to control religion to control his people. He actually did it. I don't know if he just tried it, but he was very successful. He actually had preachers and high priests killed. People forget about that part of history. He had them killed and then replaced them.
What do you think about this logo, Bob? InfoWars, Mossad, Israel.
InfoWars is a cock. It's fake news. Global works for the globalists.
Globalist Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones is a globalist.
You're right. I'm not gonna argue with that. Yeah, he used to be real. Like this is him supporting Zionist Israel.
They're bullying
trying to make me be anti-Israel. That made me study it more and become pro-Israel.
This guy's pro-Israel.
Federal Reserve, you name it, they're really coming out.
Check out this video. I'm gonna put it in the comment section.
Basically run this country.
It's called Alex Jones, the art of the show.
Trump showed up. And so the communist Chinese are being evicted. Quite frankly, I'm sick of the obsession with Israel. I mean, I just don't get how there's this right-wing thing, particularly on the fringe of the right wing, that just hates Israel.
Alex Jones always defending Israel.
Yeah, you tell people to vote for Hillary both times.
Yeah, that's Alex Jones. Look, he has the homosexual Milo.
Yeah, he's the one that brought Milo up to everybody. If it weren't for him, nobody knew who Milo was.
Look, check this one out, Bob, too. This Jared Kushner, the Jewish Messiah. You check these videos out, man. Look at Jared Kushner. He's always next to Trump. Look at this guy. This wimp. Doesn't he look like a little gay boy? Omarosa said that Trump thought he was gay. Look at him. Look at his hips, Bob. Look at he's like very feminine hips. Look at him.
Oh yeah, he's a bitch.
Look at him. Look at his hips, man. The hips don't lie. Look at him, Jared Kushner.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. He looked like a bitch, but he's a smart guy too.
His father was a criminal.
Well, Hillary Clinton's whole family was a criminal.
Look at this, the good son. The trials of Jared Kushner. His father was a criminal. He was the only good one. President-in-law. Look how they worship him.
The good son. Let's look at it this way. I come out of an atheist family.
This guy got Trump elected. Look, he's getting all the praises, Bob. Look, he's taking the thunder for Trump.
Sure, look here. Y'all don't know this about me. I got 3 gay brothers and a lesbian sister. Did you know that?
I didn't know
that. 3 of my 5 best friends turned out to be fucking gay. I bet you didn't know that I grew up with.
No.
I know all about these damn liberals and homosexuality and all that crap. I worked for 2 top companies where I was surrounded by fucking queers. I learned the hard way about gays and working in the real world and shit. And let me tell you, one was driving over the road, and the other one was a Home Depot. Home Depot was, that particular store was run by a teetotal fucking faggot queer. And so I had problems with some of them queers. So I went to work for Lowe's thinking it was better, and fuck, out of the frying pot and into the fucking burner, man. So I left Lowe's and went to driving local. Said, fuck that shit. I went driving local. That way I, see the guy every day. If he wants to, take me on, I'll just kick his ass, and then I kick his ass every day after that, so to speak. And I never had a problem then. I'm not going to say I didn't work around some bosses that were a little fruity, but I never had a problem face to face. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I just stayed driving local the rest of my life. Fuck the bullshit. And, if you're going to try to screw me, you're going to try to do it to my face. So that's why I went to driving local. And because I unlike a lot of people throughout a lot of my life, fuck, I was surrounded by a bunch of fucking queers. I don't get it. But it is what it is. So if people want to know how come I'm good at finding information, it's because I know all about your damn little gay groups and shit like that. I know how y'all operate, man. I know everything about them little gay motherfuckers. I know how they think. And that's why I've never been scared to take them on. They got nothing for me, man. They think they're gonna come at me with crap I'm scared of or I'm gonna back down to. Hell no. Hell no. I ain't scared of none of them, man. That's just the way it is. You know, well, my very best friend growing up turned out to be a little he-she bitch. Well, I say, I don't know if he's my best friend. He was one of my best friends. 2 of my top 3 best friends were fucking queer.
No wonder you talk about it a lot, man. You surrounded by it.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by the son of a bitches. Both in my family and out. And that's why I disown my family, because they're all a bunch of liberal backstabbing bitches over there. See, you can help them out. Like if a guy works at American Airlines and he needs a car and he's related to you, so you give him a car, and then you're broke down and need you ain't got $50 on you or your debit card or whatever, and you need $50, you don't get it back. See, that's not family. That's what you call a fucking enemy. They think they're gonna backstab you and it don't work, but they try it because they think they got you. See, that's a fucking liberal ass homosexual fuck. So I got no respect for them bitches, man. So when I see them popping up in this rally, in this movement, we gotta call them how we see them, man. You know, it is what it is. I've had best friend. I've had a brother of mine that spent a lot of years in prison, man. So I know about all them people in prison. I know about the gays. I know about all that shit. I know what's going on in the world today. I know what's going on in this country. And politically, I know what's going on.
You know a lot, Bob, but you gotta know more of the JQ, Bob.
Well, you ain't got to suck a pecker to know that a queer sucks a pecker.
What about Alexander Ocasio-Cortez?
She's a Muslim.
She's a Muslim, Bob. Everybody's a Muslim? She says she's a Jew.
I know she did, but she lied. She's a Muslim. She's throwing people off. If you look up her family tree, you know she's lying. Her daddy lived in France. He was born in France, okay? But his daddy was born in fucking Iraq. So they're not Israel. They're Middle Eastern. If you look at her skin tone, put her picture up. Go get a young picture of Huma Abedin. They're twins. They're identical fucking twins.
To who? To Ocasio-Cortez?
Yeah. Cortez is an identical twin to Huma Abedin. If Huma Abedin was the same age as her. Huma Abedin could be her fucking mother. They're identical twins at the same age.
So what's happening today? The Brexit is going on right now?
Well, hopefully they'll do it, but they need to just separate 100% without any control by the EU. And that's the problem with the deals that they've been having.
What do you think is behind this?
Obviously, the Germans.
Not the people that control the banks, none of that?
No. The Germans, like through George Soros and all them, they're in charge of the globalist movement. Only the banks controlled by, only the World Bank and the banks controlled by Zuckerberg's granddaddy are the globalist banks. All the rest of the banks, 90% of the rest of the banks are not with them, so they're not globalists. The Rockefeller banks are all globalists, for example. They got about 50 banks throughout the world. But there's a whole lot more banks than what they own throughout the world, isn't there?
Now check this out, Bob. The demolition of remember that bridge I told you about that cost $4 trillion?
Yeah.
This is the old one that they replaced. Look, the explosion. Oh man. Look at it. 3, 2, 1, boom, it goes down. It just falls into the water.
Damn it.
Wouldn't that dirty the water?
Of course, you're going to contaminate to a certain degree.
Damn, aren't people upset? Let me read the. People should be upset. Isn't that contamination of the water?
Oh, that's minor. The ocean will clean that shit up in no time. I see Aaron last by the Germans. Look here, Aaron Cross. Do you know who the Hinkle family is? Have you ever heard of the Hinkle Corporation? I am the guy that brought this to light, by the way. Of all of us people who do follow the globalist corporations and know exactly who they are, unlike most of you cucks who think you know, the Hinkle Corporation is the first $1 trillion corporation in the world today. They own other corporations. And under those corporations, they own corporations and then companies. And then they own subsidiary companies throughout all of that. All nonprofits are run through all of those. The Hinkle Corporation is the biggest mafia family on the face of the earth. That's who the Hinkle family is. They run the Libertarian Party. Look it up. Google this. Google Libertarian Party lifetime members. You're going to see 2 Hinkle people on that list.
Hinkle?
Hinkle.
Hinkle what?
Just look up the name Hinkle. One of them was Mike, and I think the other one was Mark. I can't remember now, but if you go watch my live feed I did on that, you'll see it where I show you that. I turn my screen around and show you that. It's not hard to Google. It's not hard to find. Just look up Libertarian Party and look up lifetime members, and there's 2 Hinkle people in that Libertarian Party. They happen to be billionaires in America, and they run the Libertarian Party. All the major Hinkle family members are billionaires. Every single one of them. And they're big in America. They got family members that ain't even got the Hinkle name. I'm just letting you know now. There's many corporations tied to the Hinkle Corporation. It's not limited to the Hinkle Corporation. There's advisory firms, attorney firms, all kinds of companies tied to that corporation. From California to New York City to Florida and back again to California.
Crazy company. What about Genie Oil? Do you know about Genie Oil?
No, I don't know anything about Genie Oil. Who's that?
Genie Oil was the ones with Dick Cheney. Look, see,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. You gotta look into this stuff. You know,
they're the ones that got all that oil out of the Middle East during the Middle Eastern War.
You're saying the right things, but the wrong people. See, like the Golan Heights is where all this oil is at.
I got the right people. I know that Dick Cheney's a globalist. The Bushes were globalists. I never said they weren't.
There's the Qatar pipeline.
The which one?
The pipeline from Qatar to Turkey.
Oh yeah.
So this Turkey right here, it has to cut through here. Saudi Arabia's on board. That's why they got to bomb the shit out of this right here, so they could build this pipeline.
That's the money, dude.
Jordan. Now, Assad refused this offer in order to, quote, protect the interests of its Russian ally.
Yeah, once America moved into Syria, Jordan caved in. They're like, fuck it, you can have it.
Oh, see, Syria doesn't want to join in. Syria doesn't want to participate in this pipeline. Why do you think they're trying to bomb the shit out of Syria, especially in these areas? And
yeah, well, that's the globalists with Obama in charge. That's why he moved the people into Syria.
That's so. Look, Trump has the troops, or whatever. He's supposed to pull out the troops out of Syria. people don't understand why this is all a battlefield. Iraq, Iran, all of these
Because
are
Trump is
battlefields.
against letting Russia get all this energy globalism.
Russia, I think it's Russia, North Korea, and Syria.
Russia is trying to control the energy market around the world.
No central banks. Yeah, they don't have no. They don't use central banks in those
No,
places.
Russia's independent. They don't use no damn banks and loans and shit like we do in America. You gotta take your hat off to Russia, man. They're doing it right.
See, all of this is about pipeline. This is the Iran, Iraq, Syrian pipeline. This is what Russia wants. The red. Russia wants this. Which one will make more sense? Up here, boom. Look at the United States way. Qatar, Turkey pipeline. Because Turkey wants it. Look how many they have to go through. Boom, boom, boom. When you could just go this way up and straight through. So with the United States.
Take a peek, but either way, that's Cyprus right there. That is where Infinity SM was created by the Hinkle Corporation. Was out of the country island of Cyprus, the Muslim country.
Damascus?
No, Cyprus. Pull that picture back up.
This one right here? Yeah, I got it over here.
Right there.
When I talk, it stays. So, but where is it? Where is it at?
Okay, pull it up. See where it says Europe? The last E, where it says E, right there. That's Cyprus. The bottom of the E. Punch in Cyprus on here. I'll do it. Let me do it. I'll do this on the map. Watch this. This is how I knew where Infinity SN was at. I just looked up fucking Infinity SN and found their headquarters out of Cyprus. Not anymore, but they were. They used to be. And it is what it is. Anyway, let me go to maps.
They pulled them back to Iraq.
Okay, and let me switch my screen around like you did.
See, before I looked at this map, I didn't know much about this. So when you look at this, it makes more sense why we're fighting over there.
The answer does. Great brains come together. We'll figure it out. Cyprus, right here. See that? And they're all for the pipeline that you were talking about, by the way. They were all for it. So is Turkey. So that secondary line you got going through the water is good and dandy, but they, for some reason, didn't want to go through the water. They would rather go through all this war and hate and discontent. This is Cyprus. In fact, I could show you this Nicosia right here. That is where Cyprus, not Cyprus, in Cyprus here, the Muslim communist country of Cyprus, the island country, Hinkle owns most all of this damn country. They own it. This is the most evil island on earth. This is the island in all the movies, like 007 movies and shit, where they say, well, good luck, you're never coming back. When he went to go kill the bad guy, remember? This is the island they're talking about. Because it's owned by the Hinkle Corporation. All the investment companies that own everything in every damn city and town in here is owned by the Hinkle Corporation, period. They've been investing in this shit since World War I. And Nicosia is where Infinity SM was born out of. That's how come I knew it was a globalist thing. Initially, most people don't know that, but I knew all that. Let me explode the map for you. It's right in line with what your line was showing. Now pull up your shit again and start talking so we can see what you're talking about.
I'm trying to look at the Cyprus Island now. Cyprus, beautiful island. Let me see. I never heard of Cyprus. Look at this beautiful island, man. This is Cyprus? Wow. This is Muslims? The Cyprus. Look at this Cyprus. Wow, look at this, like old school. Cyprus is
Oh,
nice.
it's nice over there. Just don't be trying to pretend like you got any say so on anything over there. They'll kill your ass. You do as you're told, or you get killed. They won't rape your ass. They'll just kill you. See, over in Cyprus, they just assume you done had that dick in the ass, so they just kill you.
Turkish invasion of Cyprus. Nobody really talks about Cyprus.
Oh, don't worry, Aaron Cross. I know the Hinkle family hates me personally. Trust me. I up into them bitches from left end of the coast to the right in the past. Y'all don't even know, man. I'm telling you, I ain't worried about the damn Hinkle family. They'd kiss my ass.
All right, Bob, I'm gonna end this stream right now because I have to get something done. But thank you for joining, man. I really appreciate it, man. We learned a little bit from each other here again.
I think so, especially with the pipeline going into Cyprus. I knew it ran through Cyprus, but I didn't realize about it going up through north to Syria. I really didn't.
It makes sense now too. Like I'm gonna look into it now more, and then we'll join up again, see if we can exchange facts.
Yeah, the way you look up stuff, I ain't got no doubt you ain't gonna figure it out.
I'll be on later
Man.
on, man. I'll be Revenge of the Sis in an hour, man.
All right, God bless.
All right, take care. God bless you too.